Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're gonna talk about the brand new video Wargaming released on their official channel, which is talking about the 8.0 update. They are giving us several hints about what we can expect from the game during that update, and I thought it might be quite interesting to do a video over that, so let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. But before starting to talk about it, we're gonna watch the trailer. Alright guys, we're gonna do it that way. We're gonna watch another time that replay, but posing when something is quite interesting. This way I'm gonna be able to talk about everything, and I'm sorry I don't have the camera, but to do that I need to do it from my software editing, my editing software I should say, which implies that I'm not using my camera. So let's not lose too much time and jump directly into it. And as the first frame of the video appears, you can see the brand new legendary camo of the M60, the brand new tier 10 tank that have been confirmed to be implemented during the 8.0 update. By showing us the desktop files, Wargaming gives us a preview of what we're going to see in the video, but also what we're going to be able to figure out during the 8.0 update. Because as you can see at the top, we have the update.0 file, which is kind of a joke to understand that all the files below that are for the 8.0. So we have dynamic suspensions, PBR tank model, American heavy tanks, battle pass, and birthday. So we have an event for the birthday, the traditional battle pass, the M60 line, which is, I want to remind you, a Tech Tree 1. After the PBR tank model, which is basically upgraded version of already existing tank, to finish off with the suspensions. Now guys, for the following, I want you to pay attention to that tank's track, because as you can see, it seems like Wargaming added dynamic suspension into the 8.0 update. It's a truly nice gesture from them, even if we already had these settings on War Thunder and World of Tanks PC, and seeing the game being improved graphically is always a plus, at least in my opinion. But it's not the only thing Wargaming added during the 8.0 update, because I want to remind you, every 0.0 update, Wargaming keeps increasing the game graphically talking. And now we are going to see something really interesting, because they are adding HUD models of tank, PBR models, which means that the tank is going to have a different skin regarding the ground it's fighting on. For example, if you're fighting on a winter map, you're going to have your tank covered with some snow. If you're fighting in sand, you are going to see some sand on your tank as well. What Wargaming did is a huge step toward player immersion, at least in my opinion, and I really want to thank them for that. The 8.0 update is also the update that will see the release of the M60, the brand new Tier 10 auto-loader American tank, and it's a tech tree. This is really awesome that Wargaming did that. Finally, we have the pleasure of playing another tank that is a complete exclusivity because we don't have the pleasure to play that tank in World of Tanks PC or even War Thunder. So that tank, or I should say that line, features 4 new tanks starting from the M6, the American Tier 6 tank. We have the M7Yo, the M3Yo, the M5Yo, and the M6Yo. I don't know anything about those tanks for the moment. All I can tell you is that the M6Yo during testing was quite strong, and for the rest of the tanks, if they are based on the Yo, they should all be quite fine. But that's something we'll have to wait for the update to drop to discover. On this part of the video, guys, you have the pleasure of watching the modules of the upcoming tank, the tech tree ones. The first one is the Tier 7, the second the Tier 8, the third one is the Tier 10, featuring its legendary camo, and judging by the look of it, Wargaming did not try to go for something too fancy. They just went for a good old American flag on it, and that's it. Kind of shame. I would have loved for them to implement something else, but that's only my opinion. And we finish off with the Tier 9 as well, which has the strangest look ever. In June, the update is also going to feature a battle pass like Wargaming is presenting us, and by zooming in frame by frame, you will be able to see what the tank is going to look like. Here you see that it's the A20 or A32, which is basically a Russian Tier 4 light tank. Nothing too fancy, but not a bad tank either. I just hope that releasing that tank in the battle pass is not going to make people play it again and again, destroying completely the Tier 4 matchmaking. The main Tier 6 reward from the Battle Pass, even if it's not the best picture I could get from it, is this tank right there. It's based on the STRV, and don't worry, I have a way better photo for you guys, and we already talked about it. I'm not yet aware of its statistics, but it should be a better STRV-74, nothing too fancy, so it should get lead or get retached to the European nation, at least in my opinion, which seems kind of logic. Wargaming is also preparing an event because Blitz is turning 7 or already turned 7, I don't remember, and with it comes some juicy tanks you're going to be able to unlock. All the Y5 tank series, but also the P4306 anniversary that we already had for the 6th year of World of Tanks Blitz. You also have a legendary camouflage, a legendary background, but also a legendary avatar for you to go with. And finally, it seems like we have some crates. I don't know yet if those crates are going to allow you to get a tank like a premium Tier 8 tank or something like that, if you're quite lucky with something like 1% drop rate or something like this. But regardless of what they do, I feel like it's going to be a good free-to-play event, because all the currency this event is based on doesn't seem to be gold or even credits, which means that it's probably something we'll have to unlock by playing some battles, which means a free-to-play event. Oh, God bless, it's really, really good. Alright guys, it seems like we have another event on top of that features a brand new Panzer IV tank. It's basically going to be a Panzer IV reskin but put as a collectible. But to get it, nothing easier. It seems like it's a dart game like the one we have during those good old days in summer, where you can go with your family to the main attraction of the village. But we are not here to talk about that, we're here to talk about the event itself. And here it's quite easy. If you do an ace tanker, a warrior medal, or a high caliber medal, you will be able to click on one of those rewards or one of those links here, and every time you click on one of them, you drop down the number of darts needed for the tank, which means that if you manage to get 20 high caliber medal, 20 warrior medal, or 20 ace tanker medal, or a combination of all those three, you will unlock the brand new tank, the Panzer IV J. The update also features the Kunstpanzer, which is a tier 7 premium light tank from Germany that looks like the RU-251 and features the exact same gun, I guess, but with different stats, obviously, because it's one tier below. And based on what testers told me, it's not the best tank ever. It's going to be a tank that requires a lot of skill, and even with skill that is not that fun or that good to play with. So I don't think that Wargaming will put it in an event or something like that. They're probably going to surf on the hype by putting it in the shop, but not necessarily for in crates or something like that. I'm expecting gold because the tank was not supposed to be one of the best, and it would be a cool gesture from them for their anniversary to allow us to get one tank for gold, a brand new tank for gold, instead of those stupid crates. And finally, if you want to take a look at the brand new tank that Wargaming is going to give you for free if you manage to do enough high caliber metal or ace tanker or anything like that, here is the sneak peek. But don't hype yourself too much, it's not going to be a broken tank. Hopefully that video helped you understanding what the 8.0 is all about, because right now there is nothing else to say. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm going to see you soon for a new video. Bye.